Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and as you can see, our Philadelphia Eagles, it was not the outcome we were looking for. They go down to the Los Angeles Rams, 37-19. And in the pregame show, we talked about how we didn't have to talk about the defense, and funny thing happened. We got to talk about the defense. Defense is not what we thought it was to be, especially not today. 37 points, not good, and no excuses for short fields today. They drove full length fields today, which is not good. Uh, they ate up a lot of real estate today, and we had high hopes coming into the season that our secondary was better, our pass rush was going to be better. We had healthy D tackles in there that was going to get pressure, and none of that. We saw none of that today. As a matter of fact, Pat, why don't you tell me what you saw from the defense and what was the killer? What was that? What was the killer?
You know what the killer was? Not adjusting your defensive play scheme. Listen, man, we talked about this all the time about how Jen Schwartz doesn't blitz. He plays a vanilla defense and plays stick defense, this and that. And the thing about it is, when you look back at this game and you understand the concepts that's going on in this game, they're throwing window dressings. I said this before. This jet sweep offense, if you go back and track it, and I need to go back and track it, if they ran 60 or 75 plays, whatever, about, for instance, if they ran 75 plays, I could guarantee you about 66 to 68 plays were ran to the weak side. So as a defensive coordinator, you should see that in the first drive and say, you know what, I'm gonna blitz the weak side backer. Just blitz the weak side. If you blitz the weak side, then you change the whole complexity of this game. But we got a coach that doesn't believe in blitzing. And so what happens is you get susceptible to all this jet motion, all this window dressing in front of your face, messing you up, no pressure on the quarterback. Yeah, you got 1 sack, but come on, let's be real. Let's understand the concept of the game in 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 the flow of the game. If you're constantly pressuring the quarterback on what they really want to do during the game, you change the whole complexity of the game. We got to stop this and sitting back in this defense. This defense playing vanilla defense and vanilla offense too, but I'm talking about the defense right now. Being a vanilla defense is killing us.
Yes, it is killing us. The defense was ooh, almost practically non-existent today. I mean, 37 points. That's not how you get the job done today.
And Nate
No
Gary,
question.
come on, man. You're supposed to be our best cover linebacker, whatever. Listen,
Man, that
if
guy
you
ran right
if you
past
can't
you. My God.
recognize a guy running past you that you had 1-on-1, then there's some issues wrong with you, man. He had 3 touchdowns
Well,
today.
I mean, you can you can recognize the guy running past you, but by the time you recognize he's running past you, he's past you. He's gone. He was gone. I mean, it was wild. It was ugly, man. Offense was. They ran the ball more. I give them that. That's the only thing I could probably say positive about that is they ran the ball more.
They had a heck of, you know what? I'm gonna put this out there. You started the show off, our pregame show. You started off with highlights of Aaron Donald being dominant. Did Aaron Donald play today?
Yeah, we did. We kept him in check, and I put that up there on purpose because we usually keep him in check. I mean, I have to acknowledge him because he's like the most dominant defensive player in the league. But we usually have pretty good success against him, and I think we did so again today.
Can I tell you
But
how good we did against him?
go ahead,
He had 1 tackle.
one tackle. That's
One
great.
tackle.
So this is so we wasn't worried about, but everything else went bad. I mean, we got Miles Sanders heavily involved in the game. He did a great job. Couldn't punch it in. I mean, costly turnover on one drive, the drive that was going to put us back, and it was probably a momentum killer for. It was a momentum killer. I mean, we
Yeah,
were
it
about
was.
to go
It was.
back up. I mean, we were we were back in the game with this touchdown, and Carson Wentz throws an interception.
You know what? I looked back at that play. First and foremost, that was Jay Jaws, like his one and only time on the field. And at that, the corner never turned his hips. He was in driving mode. In those situations, that interception is 100% on Carson Wentz. You have to
Yes,
throw
one
it
hundred
to the
percent.
back of the end zone. You have to lead the receiver. Don't trust on your arm. And I understand nobody had preseason. I saw the comment nobody had preseason. I understand that. And it's going to be a lot of mistakes. It's going to be a lot of mistakes in the first 4 games. I already told a friend about that. We had asked the question, why are you making so many mistakes? First of
No
all,
preseason. Yeah.
it's not even no preseason because you got every single team in the NFL is going through this. All right, you're gonna have mistakes. You're gonna have people get injured in the first 4 games. After that, you're gonna see steamrolling teams. And right now, we're gonna be one of the teams that get steamrolled because we're not even playing. We have no cohesion. We have no leadership. We have no fight. We have no fight in our system right now. None
Well,
whatsoever.
let's go to some comments because everybody out there seems to be upset. Uh, Sakaya, Sakala. I'm butchering your name. I'm so sorry, but coach getting fired. That's what he says. Christopher Burton. I had his comment up there for a very long time. He said this shit is so disrespectful. Jimmy Ohano. Why did we let Foles
We're
go?
not going to touch that. We're not going to
All
touch
right,
that.
we're not. But
I can
Fred
go into
says
many
we got to
reasons
play
why.
better. Isaac says, well, that was embarrassing.
Let's get these bad ones out the way first, man. Let's get the bad ones out the way first.
Yeah, Politero says F. Wentz, he's trash. Wentz, another subpar performance, has the weapons now. We need to stop making excuses for him. Oh, yeah, Wentz is going to have a long week this week. I knew somebody would mention him. Sulema says, what was Wentz doing out there? And our defense looks so bad. Yeah, we might have to start facing the reality that this may not be our year. I mean, I had us 3-3 after the first 6 games. Forget what I had us at the end of the year because I really have to roll that back. But I had us 3-3 after the first 6 games, and those games included the Washington Redskins, which I had down as a win, the Los Angeles Rams, which I had down as a win, and next week against Cincinnati, which I also had down as a win. Then I had us losing the next 3 games, which was one against the 49ers, against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and against the Ravens. So I had us at 3-3. Now we're 0-2, and we haven't gotten to the 3 games that I had us losing in a row. It doesn't look good for our Philadelphia Eagles. Somebody says, Andrew says, how Wentz gives $126 million. I mean,
you can't. That money haven't even started yet. So don't even talking about giving him 126 million. That money haven't even started. That money don't even start till next year. So right now, I mean, we have to go with what we have. And I think out of all the negatives we could talk about today, there are some positives in this game.
One positive. That's the only positive. That's over. Then we don't have to watch that debacle anymore. That's the only positive that this game showed me, that it's over now, and I don't have to watch this debacle anymore because it's painful. It's painful. It's like sitting there watching paint dry.
I was going to say the people in the stands look great. That was the positive.
That was about it.
They had the boos.
Joe Guns even chimed in. I'm done with Wentz. A lot of people are going to be done with Wentz after the day. Antonio Greer says our offensive scheme is too vanilla, no innovation or spark to it all. And that's a good point, man, because we spent this offseason, we fired. Well, we didn't fire. They fired, and I'm not even talking about Dougie P when I say this because he wanted these guys back. Not that they deserve to be back, but he wanted his offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach back. The front office looked and said, no, these guys have got to go. I kind of agree with the front office. I just think it was a bad move that they didn't talk to Doug first before he announced that they were coming back. But anyway, they're gone. So in replacement of them, they didn't hire one offensive coordinator. They hired a brain trust of offensive people. They elevated Press Taylor to passing game coordinator. Deuce Staley's running game coordinator. Marty Morningwig has come in as a special offensive consultant or whatever.
All right, that's enough of that. Listen, that's
too much. Enough of
too many people on the offensive side of the ball that can't get S done. All right. All I've been saying this in the preseason. I mean, in the beginning of the pregame, I said all you gotta do, run the ball, throw quick slants, get the ball out of Witt's hands.
Well, my point is
they did that, and at that same time with this trust, I know I'm glaring out because I'm getting upset. When I get heated, I turn blue.
He disappeared. But no, the point I'm making is with this brain trust that's supposed to be in place now, nothing's innovative, nothing's creative, nothing looks any different than it did last year. I mean, last week got me all hyped up. The first 15 was scripted just right. I mean, we scored on the first 3 out of 4 possessions. Today looked very vanilla. I mean, what are all these guys in the same room doing? What are they doing? If all these minds can't get together and come up with something more exciting or creative than what we saw today, we're going to be in for a long, long, long season. Oh, come on.
I'm taking a shot, man. I need to.
Yeah, let's do that. All offensive coordinators suck. You must be saying our because.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So look, let's start this first quarter in the post game.
And we in the first quarter. We've been on for.
Yeah, I know we've been on for a long time.
Let's do it right now.
So here we go. If you're following Eagles Talk, you need to understand we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots at the beginning of every quarter. A little different format after this game, but I am partaking in the Crown Royale. Took it way back to the streets of Philadelphia. My partner is partaking in the Jameson. Let me know what you are going to drink your sorrows away with. Okay, so down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
No applause. Not for that,
man. Just because the Eagles lost, don't be taking my applause away from me. I deserve applause. I didn't mess up. All right, look.
You gave a score. You said they're gonna hold him up.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You said he hold him under these many points.
It is too early. Is it too early to go to bed? Tim Mack says, I can't take this issue. Somebody said they need a shot. I couldn't wait for y'all. I'm on my second shot. Sulema said, I couldn't wait for y'all. I'm on my second shot. Somebody else said they need a shot.
Well, I'm drinking delicious Stella Artois.
Oh, my brother John Barton, man, this is horrible. What did you guys do, John? Did y'all have any kind of tailgating going on? I know they shut down South Philly. I think
they had it now.
I think Marty was brought in to be our next head coach. You think? Well,
no, that's not happening.
Nah, I don't think that'll be it. If they lose next week, I'm done.
But you gotta understand something. It's only the second week of the season. I mean, yes, we look terrible. We have time to change this what this team looks like, the complexity of this team. But it's only the second week of the season, and a lot of our fans are feeling the same way as everybody out there right now are saying. Like, I mean, this whole division sucks. All right,
let's put it thank God. Because the Washington Cowboys look just as bad as we did today. Thank God.
They got more weapons than we do.
Mm-hmm. So actually, they look worse than us because they have more talent on the offense than we have, and they look just as bad as we do. So I guess that's worse. But I don't even want to get to that. I'm just so disgusted that we are sitting at 0-2, and not that the LA Rams are not worthy to lose to, because they are definitely worthy to lose to. Last week we lose to a team that doesn't even have a name.
We lost to a team
not expected to do anything either. We lose to them, and then this week we get blown out because this is a blowout. Let's be realistic.
It's a blowout. We had our opportunity. We definitely had our opportunity, and we had the momentum. And I talked about it earlier about the momentum about turnovers. Turnovers change the whole complexity of a game. The momentum shifter is real. And don't drink no battery acid. Please don't drink battery acid.
Don't do it.
We don't want to be responsible for what happens after battery acid ingestion.
All right.
But it's only the second week. I mean, I know we are panicking right now, and we're looking at the team like they suck. Yes, they do. They're terrible. There's no innovation in the offense, the defense. They have no heart. They're not hitting out there. The linebackers are terrible. All three, even though T.J. Edwards had the only tackle for loss out the linebacker crew, they look terrible. Defensive backs aren't playing up to par like they should, even though they had a fairly decent game. That freaking tight end, Big B, had 3 touchdowns. Why in the hell does he have 3 touchdowns? We have a lot to correct, and we have a long season to talk about it.
Oh, I'm about to say, because you sound like you were trying to get us lift our spirits. There's no lifting
No,
spirits. There will be no lifting of the spirits in
I'm
this
not
show.
lifting spirits. I'm not lifting spirits on a post game show
There will
after a
be no
loss.
lifting of any kind of spirits except of these spirits. I'll lift these spirits. That's about it. But we will not be lifting the spirits of the fans today. Everybody that's mad needs to be mad because I'm freaking pissed right now that we are 0-2.
We
0
suck.
and freaking 2, and we look bad in both games. This is not good, man. This is not good.
We
There
suck
were
right
people
now.
out there that chose us to be 8-8. I don't look, to be honest, man. Unless there's a 180 done, I don't see 8-8. I don't see it.
Well,
I just said
the
we
only
just.
positive, because you got to bring a positive once in a blue moon.
I
Like
did.
even
It's over. The game is over. That's the positive. The positive.
even
We
the
don't have to watch
Sunshines or the
them.
Dogs behind once in a blue moon, right? Matt Pryor got in there and stonewashed Aaron Donald. Like Aaron Donald didn't move against Matt Pryor. He should have been playing.
Yeah, he should, and that's what I talked about that in the
He
pregame. I was
didn't
baffled as to
move
why he was not
against
playing.
Matt Pryor. It's some plays that go back there. I know Baldy's gonna probably bring it up and talk about it, but it was some plays where Aaron Donald, once he got in contact with Matt Pryor, the left guard to replace Isaac Salmao, he did not go nowhere. That's the only
No, he
positive I can think of. And I'm gonna take
Well,
another shot.
That's a good positive. All right, hold on. Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute, man. I said, look, you see what happens? We lose a game, and now Pat wants to drink a shot every 3 minutes. Look, we got a 4 o'clock games, then we got a 7 o'clock game tonight. We got to last. Jeez. All right, so everybody out there, oh my goodness. Today, let me go to some comments while Pat's pour his shot. Today was like the Eagles woke up late, then fell asleep again. Yeah. Oh my God. The positive. Scott says the positive is Wentz didn't get killed. He just sucked. I don't know if that's a positive.
He missed Dallas Goedert wide open. He missed Dallas Goedert wide open in the end zone. That play was perfectly designed, and he missed Dallas Goedert. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Wentz, man. I really don't. I can't explain it.
Down by 2. Who's down by 2? The Cowboys.
Dallas,
Cowboys. Oh yeah, I'm not.
They're out of timeouts. They're doing an onside kick. Oh, don't touch the ball. Don't touch the ball. Don't touch the ball. And the Cowboys got the ball.
Oh, the Cowboys got it on the onside?
Yep.
Oh, now this will really make our day really, really bad. If the Cowboys find some type of way to come back, this will be crazy. Samuel Adams says we will be 5-11 this year. And man, I'm telling you, the way I feel right now, the way we look right now, and with the our next 4 games coming up, that's not far fetched.
They're idiots.
Far fetched.
They're idiots. You get on that ball. You look at get on the ball. Oh,
what
my
happened?
goodness.
What happened?
Atlanta. That's why they lost the Super Bowl. That's why Atlanta lost the Super Bowl. Hold up, he did recover that ball though.
Look, it says. Anthony A. says, I would take Howie and the coaching staff behind the shed and whoop them with a cane. Yeah. No, or better yet, they're going to get rid of these guys, man. I mean, if this continues, if we happen to go 5-11, like the commenter just said, if we happen to go 5-11, this coaching staff is out of here. You better know it. You better understand it. We've rallied. This team has rallied around Doug Peterson. I don't know if it's because of him being the inspiration or it was because of the leaders on the team. I saw someone's comment earlier that said we have no leadership on this team. Well, we're going to find out what kind of leadership we have because
let me do this shot
down. All right,
because I don't want to see this game, man. This is cheers.
All right, so he's doing the shot. Join him if you will. My goodness, the Cowboy has infiltrated the chat room. What's going on with your team, guys? Nothing. What's going on with your freaking team?
Well, look like
loser.
what
happened with the Cowboys?
They're in field goal range. Oh, that's offensive pass interference, and they didn't call it. That's offensive pass.
All right, your team still sucks, Taryn. She's a Cowboys fan. Okay, all right. So And get out of our chat room. Anybody that's in the chat room, if you see Taryn Nettles, give her a big screw you on in the chat room. Okay. It's allowed when it's a Cowboys fan and they infiltrate our chat room.
Let's
But
let's
anyway,
be let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. I saw a Shelman comment do study for head coach. Let's be honest.
no,
Let's
no.
be honest. I mean, let me be 100% honest. We need to change this whole running back core up. I love who we got, but at the same time, sometimes you become so inept with the people that you have that you give them second chances. All right, Boston Scott is okay. Corey Clement, he's a Philadelphia kid, and we give him all the accolades in the world. But you know what? There are some guys out there that we could make this team much better than what we have, man. And I'm being honest.
What? I mean,
I'm being
I'm not ready
honest.
to go there.
I'm
I
being
like our
honest.
running backs.
I like our running
I
backs
think
too.
I like our
I
running backs, and I think with the right play calling, you know, we talk about this guy, and I hate to sound like a broken record like Doug Peterson, but you know, if we had somebody in the building like a Frank Reich, this would work. This would not only work, we would be flourishing with the offensive weapons we have now, and the running back crew that we have now. A person like a Frank Reich would flourish with this team right here. So, with that being said, why can't Doug Peterson flourish with this team that he has here? It baffles
Too
me. I mean, it
soft,
still
man.
baffles.
He's too
He
soft.
and whether
Giving these
this
guys
team
ice cream. Giving these guys ice cream. Like, come on. Ooh.
they'll get the day off tomorrow, and you know, I don't know. I don't, man. I'm just we
Like
got out coached.
nobody should be out of practice this week. Nobody. There's no rest. There's no
No,
listen. You got things to get done. Shelman, stop saying that. Oh, now you want to run a game.
now
I've
you
been
want to
saying
run a
that for
running game.
forever, man. Stop saying that crap, yo. Because
We
you're making
already
everybody
have
think.
a running game. What's wrong with you guys? Well, look
No,
at the
no, no,
stats. What do we have on the ground today?
no.
Look at the stats.
I understand something, but my brother keeps saying, "Oh, now you want to run a game." Like I don't want us to never run the ball. Like you got to stop that, man. You got to stop being so like I'm against running the ball. I'm with running the ball. We need to run the ball to win the game.
All right. If anybody's new to the program, you need to understand that my co-hosts are the Sandlin boys, Pat and Shell, and normally they're on air and on screen going back and forth. But this is a first. Now they're going back and forth at it virtually. Shellman is in the chat room, and his brother is, and they're going back and forth
It makes
virtually.
no sense.
This
It makes no sense to me. Like, how do you ever think that I'm always against uh uh a running back, having a good running back? Like, I like Elijah Holyfield. I think he's a bruiser, and Cowboys just won.
Oh
So
my God.
it's the Falcons, though. Let's be real. They played the
Oh
freaking
my
Falcons.
God.
The Falcons was up 39 to 17 or some crap. It's the Falcons.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
how they
the
lost the Super
Cowboys,
Bowl.
and they got more points.
It's
I mean, they got more wins
Falcons.
than
Do you remember?
us, and
Do you,
that doesn't sit well with me.
do you
When the
remember 20?
Cowboys
Do you
have
remember
more wins than
24-3?
us.
Do you remember 24-3 in the Super Bowl? All right, then. It's the freaking Falcons.
Yeah, and they beat them as they should. Right?
Atlanta should
We
be
didn't beat the team.
embarrassed.
We didn't beat the team we should have
Yeah.
last week. We didn't beat them. We didn't beat the team we should have beat today. So I mean, I have nothing bad. I mean, they still suck in my opinion, but I have nothing bad to say about it. We don't really have any room to say anything about anybody right now because we're 0-2. We're
Yeah.
in the bottom. We're in the bottom. We're in the basement, man. When is the last time we've been in the basement in the NFC East? We're solidly in the basement. Even if Washington loses today, they'll be 1-1. Dallas will be 1-1. The Giants will probably be the only team that'll join us down there in the basement. But not
Man,
enough.
we're terrible right now, dude. Let's call a spade a spade. We have no ability to generate offense. We have no ability to generate defensive push. We have no ability to do anything besides just be out there for 4 quarters. That's it. That's all we have the ability to do. Doug Peterson, listen, man. All right, I've been trying to hold this back, but watching this game, listen, Doug Peterson, you suck. All right, as a play caller, your
Wait a
shit
minute. Hold on.
terrible.
He listens to me. Dougie P. Go ahead. Now say it, Pat.
Your shit is terrible. Yes, I cursed on air. Your
Yeah.
stuff is terrible. All right, you run the same plays. Every coach say, "Oh, if they run this motion, this is going to happen. What's going to happen?" You don't run your plays to get people wide open. You don't. You depending on their speed because now you got people with speed.
Yeah, and Doug, you know I love you. You won us a Super Bowl, but you are very
You're
worthy
on the
of
clock,
all
man.
the disdain. Yes, all the disdain that we have as fans. You are definitely worthy of it after 2 games, and you're the chief play caller. Um, and nothing creative is being done. I'll give them this. They did roll out Carson out a lot more this week than they did last
But
week. So
it's
they
not
tried to move him
creative.
around. They
No
tried to move
pass
him
rush,
around.
man. No different setup with these rollouts. You roll him out, and now he got to look for somebody to get open. Everybody looking at him throw the ball. Like, come on, these guys. This offense is not innovative. This offense is not generated to get people wide open. You have to
No.
generate ability to get people. Listen, if we're down by 10 points, I have no confidence in this team to come back. None whatsoever.
All right, Carlos says Dougie P is so predictable. First and third down are the same plays. We suck. We got our first call for Jalen Hurts. Sue out there. Sue is calling for
Listen, Jalen
Jalen
Hurts would
Hurts.
go through the same thing. So don't say Jalen Hurts because he go in there and with that play calling, he would suck too. Let's be honest. You put a quarterback in there that you generate no offense in innovation. They're gonna suck regardless of who you got in there. You got Dan Marino back there.
He says, Michelle says we need to punch people in the mouth. We have to stop the finesse game and go 2 tight ends and a power back over 220 pounds. No, that's not what we need to do. I'm sorry. There's not only one team that has success even playing remotely close to that, and that's the Tennessee Titans. And you're not, and people. I mean, running backs like escapes my mind right now. Derrick Henry, running backs like Derrick Henry don't grow on trees as much as you think. So that's not the way that we're built. It's not. I don't think that's going to be our success. Do we need to run more? Have a better balance? Yeah, we do. But the way of the league is passing the ball, and it's set up for that like that for a reason. It's not set up like that for a reason. It's exciting football and all, and the rules are even in place for the passing game to be more successful. So I wouldn't subscribe to that. If unless we had the personnel to do something like that. I don't think we had the personnel to do something
I
like
gotta
that.
say this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Doug Peterson is on the clock. So is the coach of the Falcons. He got to be out of here because you
Oh,
cannot
he's
blow these.
definitely out of here.
You
He's
cannot
out of here.
blow these leads like you just blew a lead like that. And I'm speaking of. I don't even like the Falcons, and you cannot do that.
Carlos
They
says
scored
I might
21
get into
points
a
in the
fight
fourth quarter.
tomorrow.
I ain't getting a
Oh
fight.
my
It's too
God.
early in the
Oh,
season,
Sue,
man.
we cannot do that. 0-3. If we go 0-3, then Doug Peterson he couldn't finish the season. If for some reason we do not win against the Cincinnati Bengals, Doug Peterson should not finish the season. And this is the guy that just won us a Super Bowl. But if he loses it to the Cincinnati Bengals and we go 0-3, as much as I appreciate what he did, he would have to go. He would have to go. Oh my God, Joe Guns, but he might bring some fresh juice. No innovation. Mel says no innovation. Kyle O'Brien says they're bad. I think that there there may have to be a complete overhaul, front office on down. The defense sucks. The offense is stale, and they only have decent. They only draft 2 decent players a year.
No, they
Yeah,
don't draft two. They draft one. All right, let's get that right. If you go
offense
back,
had an. I'm sorry. Offense had a nice rhythm driving the ball, and then the killer interception. I think that was Doug feeling himself. Yeah. Sue said he would throw the ball away when nobody open. Um, we can't score. Tim Mack said we're going 0-6, and that's not um, unrealistic. I mean,
I don't think we're going to 06.
if we don't win
Nah.
if we
All
don't
right,
beat Cincinnati, it's very realistic. We have the 49ers, Steelers, and the Ravens after that. The
No.
Steelers are legitimate. They, the only thing they were missing, I mean, last year was probably Tomlinson's best job as a coach, and getting them as far as he got them with a injury depleted team. And now they have their franchise quarterback back, and he's dropping dimes as he's done today and yesterday. I mean, last week, and the defense is still strong, so they're going to be formidable. We already know what the Ravens are. The Ravens are a Super Bowl contending team. The San Francisco is a Super Bowl contending team who happened to be in the Super Bowl last year. So next week, if we don't win this game, it's very realistic that the Eagles could possibly see 0-6.
All right,
And
let me
I
get some
say-
information real quick. Let me get some
All right,
information
go
on
ahead.
San
Give me
Fran.
some stats. Give me some.
Jimmy G was injured today. Their
yeah?
top, yes, he was. The top Russian defensive end, Bosa was injured today. He might be fair to have an ACL injury.
Ooh.
So you take two of their top players, which are their two of top players, and they run the ball mostly. And their other receiver is out. So against the 49ers, we do have an actual chance.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We don't have we have a chance every time because, you got to play the game. But I'm saying if we're going to go off of what we just saw today and what we saw last week, it does not bode well until we see better. Now, we can look in the past and say we know this team is capable of playing better. They have better personnel. But this is a new season, and until we see them actually do it on the field, we had a quarter and a half where we saw great play from this team. And that was last week. First quarter, half of the second quarter and a half. Second, we haven't seen that. We have not had good quarters since then. So we made 6.5 consecutive quarters where we stunk up the joint. Oh, they said Nick Bosa is out for the season. Wow.
Yep.
Joe Guns agrees with me. Kunta is in here. Kunta, let's get the first pick in the draft. Kunta, I wouldn't mind the first pick in the draft, but you know how painful that would be? Because you know what would have to go through to get the first pick in the draft?
If you look at the Washington football team, their whole defensive line, except for Mike Ioannidis, I can't even say his name from Temple, are first-round draft picks. And
Yeah,
you see what they did against us, right?
Yeah, their whole front line is. I'll give you that. JR says our linebackers wouldn't make San Francisco practice squad. Samuel Allen says Wentz should have been angry about being left off the NFL top 100. He don't got that dog in him.
Top 100.
He should have been, forget that. He should have been angry about his performance last week.
Yeah.
That's what he should have been angry at. And it's not going to get any better. Oh, they're going to be killing him this week. Everybody is getting thrown under the bus, and let it begin on this show here. Everybody, let me know who you think is the most responsible for this loss today, as a player, coach, anything.
I'm going to say Doug Peterson, 1. I'm going to say Jim Schwartz, 2. I'm going to say that offensive brain trust, 3. Then we'll go point to some players. I'm going to say Nathan Gary, 3. 3. 4. I'm going to say Miles Sanders.
You playing Miles Sanders?
Fumbling the ball, changing the momentum. We started off pretty good. Then once you fumble that ball, you change the momentum. I told you about turnovers. Turnovers, regardless if you have fans or not, if you turn the ball over, that momentum of the game changes instantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't. You can't factor. You can factor in everything you want to factor in. But that momentum
Miles
is
Sanders
true.
before Carson Wentz.
Oh no, I put Carson Wentz number 1.
I said Carson Wentz. I thought you said okay.
I said Carson Wentz, Doug Peterson. I said Carson Wentz, Doug Peterson, Jim Schwartz, that brain trust, and Miles Sanders, Nathan Gary too.
All right, here's a long one. I'm gonna put this up here. James says, "Why is our D playing man when we don't have the personnel to do so?" Outside of Slay, Slay does play man. Yeah. Outside of Slay, our corners are weak and our safeties are garbage and covers. Why don't we just let Slay cover the top wide receiver wide out and play zone over the other half of the field?
All right. Can I answer that question real quick?
Yeah.
Can I really answer that question real quick? All right. If you watch this game, all right, you got to understand something. The Rams, they run jet motion every single play almost. If they run 90 plays, they were out of 90 plays, 85 of them are jet motion. Jet motion is meant to keep your number one receiver to not be on press coverage. They run opposite that jet motion about 80-90% of the time. It's the defensive coordinator's job to recognize that and blitz that weak side. So when you have that jet motion coming at you, not all the time is that receiver running out in a route. He may be coming back in a reverse route. He may be coming out just to block. So if, for instance, today Robert Woods is their number one receiver, not Cooper Kupp. Robert Woods is their number one receiver. He got paid like it and he's playing like it. He went out for a pass on, let's see, he caught 2 passes. He was targeted 5 times. All right. But he was very involved in the game because of what their offense is made for them to do to be successful. Their offense is nothing but window dressing. And when defensive coordinators and not inept to send a blitz, then you're in trouble, regardless of what coverage you are playing. They're doing that jet motion and all that stuff in front of your eyes for a reason. So you don't key on what they're doing.
Yeah, people are not agreeing with you on that, putting Sanders in the blame. So let me know who you think is in the
Sanders
blame.
fumbled the ball the first drive, and they scored off the first drive. We gave them the ball
I'm
in
going to
just
quote this guy.
ceremony.
I'm going to quote him. He says, nah, bro, you can't put the blame on Sanders. We got the momentum back after the Cup fumble. So right after that, we got the ball back after the Cup fumble. So you can't put that fumble blame on him. Now, Carson Wentz's turnover interception was a bigger momentum changer than that fumble that Miles had. I would say that. Some people says not blame. I'm
Equally
sorry,
at
not
that time, right?
Miles, because that's all the same if they had the ball first and scored. Um, that's the board defense all
It's
day,
not. Yeah, I
and
don't
the coach
understand.
defense and the coach.
I give it to
Um,
defense. I give it to defense. I'm not gonna argue with anybody about that because the defense sucked. Our defense was terrible. Fletcher Cox hasn't showed up in the past 2 weeks. Let's be real. Derek Barnett should not even be out there. We had a negative play. We had a great tackle for loss. And what happened? Derek Barnett lined up all sides. Are we used to seeing Derek Barnett line up all sides? So he don't need to be out there right now. Yes. Do we call him a bust? Yes, he's a freaking bust. All right. He didn't get no
wow.
pressure. He didn't do anything today. Anything.
Wow. All right, here we go. This might be a good time to start bringing this up. Seems there's no leadership. Do we
There's
miss
none.
like a person like a Malcolm Jenkins? Do we miss that type of leadership in the locker room? We heard people, or we heard them report on the so-called leaders now, McLeod, BG, but I don't see an emotional a leader as emotional as Malcolm Jenkins on this team. Could that be a part of it? Uh,
We made I'm gonna be honest with you. We did make a mistake by not letting by not doing what we should have did for Malcolm Jenkins. He was a leader on his team and he did make things go. But at the end of the day, right now, if you keep dwelling on the past, you're gonna stay in the past. And we don't want to
well,
be
we can dwell on the past,
we
Pat.
don't want to
Pat,
be the
we
people
not
that
in the
dwell upon.
locker room.
Listen,
We're fans.
we're 0-2. This is the
I
present.
know,
We're not
but
talking
this.
about the past. The past is gone. We're not talking about Malcolm Jenkins being here because he's not on this goddamn team. You know who's on
I
this team?
know,
The
but
guys is out
Pat.
there lost his game right now. They're on this team. They need to step up. They need to step up. Why are we talking about these players that's not with the Philadelphia Eagles right now? We need Eagles to step up. If they don't step up, then we're going to go 0-16. Stop talking about the past. We keep talking about the past. We're gonna be like the Dallas Cowboys talking about our championship back in 1990 something. Stop it.
Yo, we gotta talk about it,
Jeez.
Pat. We don't have a leader.
Jeez. We
That's
don't.
what.
I
That's
know
why
we
he's
don't.
gone. That's why he's gone, because nobody valued the intangible of him being a leader. We got to talk about it. We're not dwelling on the fact that he's not here. We're going over excuses or reasons maybe why this team doesn't have the fortitude that it had in the past. The fortitude might have been because we had such emotional leaders such as a Malcolm Jenkins. Who's doing that now? Who is the Malcolm Jenkins now?
Nobody.
Who is that? We
Nobody.
saw a drop off when Brian Dawkins left.
Nobody, man.
There was no emotional leader when Brian
Nobody,
Dawkins
man.
left, and we saw a drop off. I know it's an intangible, but it's still worth talking about.
Hey,
DeBoer says, "Why are you yelling?" Because he had 4 shots, DeBoer. Because he had 2 shots after the game, and he poured.
And I'm about to have another
That's
shot.
That's why. So here
and
we
the,
go.
And the freaking Eagles suck, man. My team suck right now. How that?
T.O. says, "Relax, Pat." Look, Sulema says, "Pat, you're turning blue."
Listen, man. You know what? It's the passion. It is the passion about the team. I love my team. And you know what? Sometimes you do get passionate about things that's going on.
No, y'all guys don't understand. I mean, well, if you've watched the show long enough, you do understand.
Yeah.
Pat gets very, very emotional, and he's just giving you a glimpse because like when we're like pre-COVID and all that, we're usually in the studio together. We're watching the game. Oh my God, he loses it. Like I'm glad I wasn't in. He loses it. Like I know he lost it. If we were watching the game together, I know Pat was going off during that game. He is very emotional, very vocal, and that's just who Pat is. That's why we love him. Bring back Foles. Stop it, Sue. You're gonna make Pat yell again. Don't yell.
I'm not gonna yell. I'm good. I'm gonna do another shot. I'm gonna relax.
All right, I'll do this shot.
Yeah, man.
You've given me a little bit of time in between.
I do want to say this. I want to go to a comment. I don't know if you can pull it up. It's by Let me go all the way up. It's by James Edgefield. It's by the 452 mark. His comment was, if they run the jet sweep, you just roll your coverage to the strong side and trust that we can get pressure with our 4 down linemen. James, they did that. They did see that with the jet sweep. But at the same time, that motion went to that jet side and made that the strong side, it was always play action or opposite motion or opposite play to the weak side. And that happened on about 75 to 85% of the game, their game plan. So that jet sweep was just addressing to what's going to happen on the weak side. We never adjusted to that. The whole game, we never adjusted to that. And that was the issue. That's my issue with our defensive coordinator. I know we have issues with Doug Peterson not making adjustments, but Jim Schwartz doesn't make adjustments at all. He stays true. He stays true to his game plan. I mean, some people can say I appreciate that, but when you look at the grand scheme of things in this league, you have to bring an extra person sometimes. If you're not getting pressure with your 4th down lineman and you put all your praise into him, you have to bring pressure.
Yeah. Getting back to. Still, what is Carlson's excuse? All jokes. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comment. Still, what is Carlson's excuse? All jokes aside, he's making the same mistakes, rookie type mistakes as that. Yeah, we talked about that last week, and I am so tired of seeing these same mistakes that he should have matured and moved on from. I mean, come on, we're not talking about a 2-year player, a rookie or anything. We're talking about a guy who is starting his 5th year in this league, who should not be making mistakes such as he did. Kunta says no creativity. Oh, I'm sorry. No creativity on offense and defense. Sue brings up a good point. Wentz has no fear of being pulled. Maybe he should. Maybe that's why they put Hurts on the.
Maybe Doug has to. Well, not Doug, because Doug is making these play calls so simple. I mean, yeah, pull him. What do we have to lose? They need to.
You know what? This I'm gonna say this. This might be my first time saying this too. Doug Peterson needs to be pulled from play calling duty.
Yes, I said that last year.
That's
I said that last
Boom.
Year.
Drop the mic. Listen, you hear me, guys? This is it, and we need to start the campaign now. Doug Peterson needs to be pulled from making
Dark Knight
calling plays.
Hold on. I want you to say it again. Hold on.
Doug Peterson needs to be pulled from making offensive calls. He should not make offensive. He should not be calling the plays anymore. That's it. That is it. We don't see any creativity, and we don't know if they don't have the plays to be. If they don't have the plays in the playbook, or it's just him. But I'm going to assume that it's just him. I can't imagine that they don't have any more creative plays. I'm thinking that it's just his rhythm of calling plays. It's just his his rhythm of calling plays. I'm going to
I'm
give
gonna
him.
say
I'm going to
this.
say he did better than last week. I'm
he
going to
had
say
he had
that.
some plays. He had some plays in the play call today that were brand new plays. He actually almost kind of married Sean McVay today, and I gotta give kudos to Sean McVay. His first time winning against the Philadelphia Eagles, but there was some opportunities that we just didn't take advantage of today. There are a lot of opportunities that we didn't take advantage of today, and it's a lot of blame to go around. But right now, it's Eagles talk. I need to take another shot, my man.
All right, here we go, man. Let's take the shot. Drinking our sorrows away. The Eagles are 0-2. First time since 2015. First time since, the guy's name who we don't mention around here anymore. First time since he was coaching the team. This team is 0-2. And that did not turn out to be a good year. And I'm going to tell you, this doesn't have a feeling like it's going to turn out to be a good year. But we're drinking our sorrows away here on Eagles Talk. Hell, join in with us. Down the hatch, everyone. 3, 2, 1.
I like that suit of mine. Let me call the plays on defense,
Oh,
not
yeah,
offense.
yeah.
Because if you got me call the plays on offense, we run the ball and, we doing a lot of short stuff.
Somebody
Um,
said he should pick the Madden default play.
no, we
Breaking
don't
news:
need
Doug
Scott.
Peterson relieved of his duties of calling plays. Yeah, that's what he should.
Yeah, hey, Scott. No, we don't need to hire proof of alcohol. We already had that. We went through
You
that
guys need to
already.
hire. Oh my goodness! Yeah,
Nah,
one
nah,
show we had
nah.
the moonshine,
Yeah,
which we were referring to as water. We had moonshine on the show one time, and that was a fun show also.
that
um,
was a great show, actually.
that was a great show. Dana says, that's water. Nah, Dana. We have
What
guests on
water?
here from time to time, and they would confirm that this is real. This
No,
is real what
we
we do.
really drink. We
And
really drink on our shows.
yeah, and by the time we get to this point in the show and we're slurring words, that's further proof that
Yeah.
this is real. This is real.
Actually, I'm about
Um,
to get another Stella Artois.
all
Stella's
right,
pretty good.
here we go. Peterson equals Garrett. Ah, damn, that's
No,
bad.
no.
Yo, that's bad.
Peterson won a Super Bowl. You can never do that. You can never put him in the same breath of that guy. I don't care what you say or how you say it. You can never put him in the same breath as that guy. Now, it's some
My
things.
neighbor's in the house. All right.
Providence Crossing in the building.
James says Wentz's problem is him not being coached up as a QB. Wentz should not be making rookie-like plays in his fifth year. The coaches are not coaching those bad rookie habits out of Wentz.
I
I
agree with
totally
that.
agree with that, and I think that one of his again, I hate to keep going back to this guy, but Frank Reich was such a good coach for Wentz, and not only him, but his quarterbacks coach at the time was John DeFilippo. And
Mhm.
DeFilippo, it was known that he would get in his ass. He would get in Wentz's ass, and he would make sure that he was going over the fundamentals, like drilling it in him, like, "Yo, we gonna run this again," and that's what it was. But now he has a buddy type relationship with Press Taylor, and I don't know if Press is getting in his ass like he need to. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I know you make $126 million, but look, if you are not doing what you should be doing fundamentally, and you effing up, yo, somebody's got to be there. Somebody's got to be there to yell at him and to get in his ass. And I don't think Press Taylor nor Doug Peterson are the people to do it.
I'm gonna
I
say
just don't
this.
think.
I'm gonna say this right now. I kind of agree with you. Um, Jay Jaw. I'm not gonna say his name. He needs to be benched. He needs to be put on the practice squad. He needs to be released. All right. We need somebody here. We don't need another Mac Holland clone. We do not need another Mac Holland clone. All right. We need some people that's coming in here that's gonna play ball. We need to stop pandering to these players. We need Harry to be more aggressive when it comes to these players and stop giving in to these players. When they get 30, do what Joe Barron do. You're 30, you're gone.
Doug Peterson is out of here, man. I'm making
I
that
don't think
call
he's
too.
going.
No, he got to go. Let me. I'll tell you this. I'm not going to say
Mhm.
he's going because anything can happen. It's only the second game of the season. But I'll tell you this: if he doesn't turn it around, if this is a losing season, he's out of here. Mark my words. I'm telling you.
I can
If this is a losing
guarantee.
season,
I can
he's out of
guarantee
here.
you right now, Dante. I guarantee you that your best bottle of liquor and your best cigar, that Doug Peterson, if we have a losing season, he would not be here. I
He will
mean,
not be here.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's
he
what I
will be
just
here.
said.
I'm sorry, he
Okay.
will be. I've been drinking. He will be here. He will still
All
be
right,
here.
I'll take that bet. If he
No,
has a
no,
losing season,
he will
and
still
you
be
say
here.
he's going to still be here, I'm saying he's
Yes,
out of here. If Doug Peterson has a losing season, he's out of here.
he will
All
still be
right.
here. He will still
He
be
should have
here.
been gone last year. Imagine if the inside source was here.
I think it was not.
Peterson
I
needs
think it
to
was
bounce.
also Nelson Aguilar. I think the inside source is Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
How do we hold Donald in check and do nothing on offense? I know,
That's
right?
crazy, man. But he does
Yeah.
nothing against our offense. Like when Matt, you guys can go look back at this play though. Matt Pryor stonewalled the heck 1-on-1 with Aaron Dow. He stonewalled him, and Aaron looked at him because Matt Pryor is not a little guy. He's about 6'5", and he's about 330.
Hello? Did Pat just froze on me? Can you guys hear me? Pat just froze on me. I hope it's Pat and not me. Is it me? Can you guys still hear me? Uh,
Oh, we're back.
oh, you're back. All
You know
right,
what
he's still
happens
frozen on my screen.
when you
What happened?
lose? Some things bad. Some bad things happen.
All right, okay. Dougie ain't fresh. Somebody said Dougie ain't fresh.
No, he's not fresh.
Why is this not coming up?
I'm here.
All
We
right, yeah,
We
see you
froze for a
now.
second, man.
I didn't freeze. Well, not on my end anyway. I didn't look like I froze anyway.
Yeah.
So yes, we can hear you, Dante. Okay, everybody heard. So it must have been you. All right, because I was like, yo, Pat just froze on me. All right, okay. So Pat, Tim said Pat is having a stroke.
I was, man. Listen.
Pat frozen on
As
my
a
screen. They said,
all right. If you guys ever play football or ever been around the game of football, you do get passionate. And right now, when I see these guys out there, they don't have that passion, man. I'm not gonna say
hold
I'm
on.
the greatest.
This is a good suggestion. I'm sorry to cut you off. Carlos says, Pat, go try out for defensive coordinator and Dante offensive coordinator. Is there such a thing as a walk-on coach? That would be
That's
hilarious.
not gonna happen, man.
Because you put me out there because I'm you know me. I'll be like out in the street. I'll take the rocks. I'll be like, look. This is you. One rock over here. This is you. The other rock over here. I want you to go out and I want you to.
But you know what?
Remember playing in the street. You had a little rocks like this is you right here.
Yeah.
I want you to run over here and I want you to cross it. That's my playbook right there. I got rocks.
It's no energy, man. It's no communication. The communication on defense is key. All right, you had to communicate, especially when they're doing nothing but crossing routes. Like our offense should be doing. Our offense should be utilizing the crossing routes with these speed receivers, but we don't do that. But on defense, you have to be able to communicate with your fellow defensive person on the linebacker, your safety, your corner, whatever, because all they're doing is window dressing and crossing in front of your eyes. That's all they're doing. And if you're not passing it off, if you're not running with it, if you're not speaking it out loud, then that's how you lose 37-19. The defense, let's be real. We want to blame Carson Wentz, but we gave up 37 points.
Yeah, but we only scored 19. So I mean, even
It would've
if
been 20.
even if we had a great
It would've been
offensive
20.
game, I mean, to hold these guys to 17 points would have been a tall task to ask. 21 would have been more realistic in my book. And even if we held them to 21, we still would have lost by 2 points. I mean, like even if you have a defensive stand, which we did not have today, but even if you do, you still got to put up enough points to win the game. So today we would have needed our defense to hold the Los Angeles Rams under 19 points. Under 19 points, and that was not possible. As we can see, it was not possible.
Dante, do you think we missed? Do you think they really missed the energy of the fans?
Possibly, possibly. But
I know I know a lot of times we feed off the energy of the fans, especially when it comes to the Eagles.
Yeah, we do. But you're a semi-pro player. You're used to playing with hardly any crowds or whatever. And what was your
We play
motivation?
with crowds.
I
We
mean,
definitely
like,
play with a lot of
I'm not
crowds.
talking about. I'm talking
My
about with
motivate, I didn't
less
hear a crowd.
crowds than the people that was
I didn't hear the
in the
crowd.
field today. So I'm saying,
I
like,
didn't hear the crowd.
you didn't hear the crowd, right? You didn't need the
I
crowd. I
didn't hear
mean,
the crowd.
so
I'll be
these
honest
are
with you. We
professional
played.
players that are being
I,
paid millions of dollars.
yeah.
They have got to find something else. If they're only playing because of the fans, they better get it together because their job, they're getting paid millions of dollars to go out there and perform at a high level every game. So don't give me the fans thing. I mean, that may play a little part of it, but we can't. They can't. They don't have the luxury of leaning on that. They just don't. I'm
That's
sorry.
true. That is
I
true.
can't go in there and I can't go to work myself and be like, "Yo, excuse me, boss. I would have did a better job, but I didn't have nobody cheering me on."
So
Nah,
do you think?
nah.
Do you think Doug Peterson lost the team? Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see going forward. I can't say right now because
Hmm.
it's too early. We have to see what their response is going to be to being 0-2. Like next week is going to tell a lot about this team and their fortitude. And then on the same sense, it's not going to tell a lot because it's only the Cincinnati Bengals. So, it's they're going to be a catch
Hey,
22
we
next
need
week.
this
If they
W. We
blow them
gonna
out,
get yeah.
yeah, we need the W. But if they blow them out, we're all going to be like, well, that's what they should have did anyway. And then if they struggle, so they're in the catch-22. They're not going to be able to win next week no matter what happens. But the best thing for them is to blow them out. That'll be the best case scenario. If they struggle against them, we're going to be right back here with
Listen,
doubts.
if we struggle against Cincinnati, I'm all on board of sitting Carson Wentz and even looking for a trade. I'm all on board. If we look terrible offensively, not only I'm on board about Carson Wentz, but I'm on board about Doug Peterson. I'll be
Oh,
honest
this
with
is funny. Look at this one. Tony Barron says, "You know things are bad when the cardboard cutouts are heading to the exits
you.
early."
Yo, Tony's down in down under. Like he's been up
Yeah,
at 2:30. It's 2:30 in the morning over there. Well, like
it's
four
past now.
4:30. It's like four
Yeah,
o'clock in the morning there. Like
and he's still sharp. I'll
he's
give you that.
still up.
All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. You will see us again on Dag. Oh, I can't come on Thursday. All right, so we might have to announce. We might be on earlier than Thursday
Okay.
because I got to do something Thursday. You know what? Oh, we'll talk about it. All right. Anyway, look out on our page. We'll announce when we will be on. We're usually on Thursdays, but I have something to do. I don't know if I can appear on Thursdays. But anyway, we will announce when we'll be on this week. But we will Eagles talk under further review after we get a chance to look at this thing again and dissect it. We'll be able to come back to you guys on our weekly show and talk about really the ins, dissect this thing a little closer and go over just what the heck they were doing out there today because it was not playing winning football. But we appreciate you guys for joining us, man. And
Appreciate
continue
you.
to tell your friends about Eagles Talk, man. It's the most unique Eagles coverage show on the internet.
And
Yes,
shout out to
we like to
Stella.
talk about it. Yes,
Shout out
and
to
shout out to
Stella.
Stella.
Yes.
All right, man. Take us out with the theme song, Pat. We'll see you guys. We out. Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback crack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Wind too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. It's Eagles talk high, it's talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat, Sharon, Dante, the